What's up, guys? Hope y'all are having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel. Oh man, I know it's been a minute, but I had a show, and then after the show I just wanted to take some time for myself to just kind of relax and get the mind right back to creating more work. But today's video is about a trip that I made with my friends to Nashville. We've been talking about it for a while, but life has been busy, and so when the time came, when it was the right time, we decided to go to Nashville over the weekend. Initially, we wanted to go on a Friday and then spend the night, and then shoot the entire day of Saturday, and then maybe drive back that Saturday night or maybe Sunday morning. But we decided to make it a very quick trip. As usual, I have so many cameras, and it's kind of becoming a problem now, because now if I'm going out to shoot, I feel like I'm taking way too much time deciding what camera I want to bring. So that happened on this trip. I just kept going back and forth as to what camera I wanted to bring. Initially, I wanted to bring my Mamiya C330 and a point and shoot. And then I thought, okay, let me bring the Mamiya C330 and my Nikon F3. And then I thought, okay, why don't I just bring one 35mm SLR camera and a point and shoot. And then I thought, okay, what if I bring my Fuji S Pro 1 and the Mamiya C330? So again, you can see I kept going back and forth as to what camera to bring, and then finally I decided to bring the Fuji S Pro 1 and this Fuji point and shoot camera. The reason why I decided to bring the Fuji S Pro 1 is because I haven't really made any trip with it since we've acquired it. Mostly my partner uses it, and so I thought it would be fun to bring it with me. I brought the Fuji S Pro 1, and I borrowed a 23mm lens, which is equivalent to 35 from my friend Robbie that I went with. I went with my friends Robbie and Ezra. And it was a fun trip. We have not made a trip in a very long time, and so it was just about time for us to go on this trip, and I really had fun on the trip. And then also, like, the photos that I made, I'm very happy with them. And so today I'm going to be sharing the photos with you, and then also some of my favorites from the photos that I took. I actually shot just one roll of film, which is Ilford HP5. I just developed it. The photos look great. Right after recording this video, I'm going to scan them so I can have it in the video. So we left Columbus around 5 a.m. On Saturday. We left Columbus around 5 a.m. So instead of going to get an Airbnb or hotel to stay the weekend, we decided to make it a quick trip. And so we left 5 a.m. We made a stop at Waffle House. We had to. We all really like Waffle House. I really love Waffle House. So we stopped at a Waffle House, had some breakfast, and then we continued the journey straight to Nashville. So we got there around like 10-11 a.m. and oh boy, it was freaking hot, like freaking hot. At one point when I closed my eyes, I just thought I was back to Ghana because of how hot it was, and just like sweating. It was really hot. So we took photos from when we arrived to around 5 p.m. and then we went back to our cars. I had to get a flash. I took a flash with me. I wanted to shoot some flash at night, so we went to go back to the car to get a flash, And then we also, Robbie wanted to switch lenses because he was shooting with a longer lens, and he was shooting with a wider lens, and he wanted to shoot with a longer lens. So we went back to the car, just took a rest, took some break, because one, it was really hot, we were sweating, we were thirsty, we were hungry. But Nashville is fun. Like, if you've been, this was my second time going to Nashville, but third time going to Tennessee. So it was fun. We tried to stay away from Broadway, but it's where the fun is. It's where, if you are going there for photos, especially for street photography, I feel like that is where you want to go, because that is where the fun is. You get a lot of people to photograph, a lot of things is happening, and you never get bored with Broadway. And I know a lot of people try to avoid tourist areas when they travel, but in this situation, I think it was the best place to go to photograph. And so yeah, I really enjoyed the photos that I took. So after the break, we came back on Broadway. We had parked a little further away from Broadway because, one, we wanted a really good spot to park, and a very nice place that we can leave the car for a very long time, because we didn't know when we were going to go back to Columbus. And so we didn't want to park at a spot where we will constantly have to remember to go pay for, these parking meters, or like have to renew parking or something like that. So we found a place that we can park all day, and then we don't have to worry about all of that. So after the break, we came back, walk around a little bit. Your boy was very hungry, and so we found this burger place that, honestly, when we walked in, I thought it was it's one of those places that it feels busy, but then it's empty in there. It was weird. However, the food was not bad. It was okay. Not the best burger that I've ever had, but it was good. Filled my stomach, gave me some energy to go back on the street and photograph. So I shot mostly with the S Pro 1, and as time went on, as the sun set and it was getting a little darker, I ended up shooting the Fuji with HP5 in it. Initially, I was gonna push it, but I thought, let me just shoot it at 400 and then see how it's gonna look. But this camera really surprised me. The flash on here, really good, and it's a 2.8. So at 2.8, I think it did really well. And I was kind of between either this Fuji camera or the Chinon. Both of them are 2.8. Both of them are 35 focal length. And so at the end of the day, I have not shot this before, and so I decided, why don't I just take the one that, even though it's been said that if you are going on a trip, or if you are going to shoot something that is important or whatever, you don't want to take a camera that you've never shot before, because you don't know what will happen, especially when I had bought this and not even tried it yet. So that was a risk that I took, but at the end of the day, the photos came out. I got some photos and it didn't disappoint. So I might do another video on just this camera, showing you all the photos that I took, because at this point I'll show you most of the photos. I just don't want to show everything, because I took a lot of photos, and anytime I shoot digital, it reminds me why I prefer shooting film, because at the end of the night, I had shot 327 photos, and out of the 327, I went through and selected around 150 something, and then out of that, I favorite, I think, around 120-ish photos, and then out of the 120-ish, I think there were about a solid 15 to 20 that I can put in my portfolio. So the ratio wasn't bad, but again, it reminded me why I prefer shooting film, because if I was shooting film, I feel like I would have been very selective as to what I point my camera to and take the photos. However, I don't prefer, well, I don't think one is better than the other. You know, I have shot film for a while and primarily shoot film, but if I have a digital camera, sometimes I just, you know, you just want to shoot that, and one, it's gonna save you money, and then two, it's just like a fun thing to do going on this trip. And I'm glad I brought the Fuji S Pro 1 because I shot in a style that I haven't really shot before, and then to also gain my confidence back on the street, I've been going back again on the street doing some street photography. But if you have been a long time viewer of this channel, you know we started doing street photography, like going on the street, pointing camera in people's faces and taking photos. And I hadn't done that in a very long time. So having the Fuji S Pro 1 kind of gave me that confidence again to go back and then do it the way I used to do it. And even this time, I think I did better than I used to do it. So yeah, I'm glad that everything went well on this trip. Thanks to Ezra for driving. Coming back, we were very tired. So like I said, we left Columbus at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. We got there around 11. We shot till 5, took a break, walk around a little bit, not taking that much photos, and then started photographing again till around 11-12 p.m. When we decided to drive back to Columbus. And it was pouring down rain. It was freaking storming when we were there. On our way, and then whilst we were there, it started raining around 10-11 p.m. Very hard rain that took us, that had us take a break. A lot of people, we were all cramped under this bridge trying to stay away from the rain. But I was feeling very hungry again, and so we decided to take the risk and walk through it, run through it, and go to Shake Shack to get something to eat. Ezra and Robbie wanted to go back and shoot, but your boy, I was super tired. My feet, the shoes that I wear wasn't that great for a long time walking, and so my feet were like on fire. It felt like I had gone for a hike or like run a marathon or something. My feet was really killing me, and my knees as well. For walking, I think like all day. We walked more than 12 hours just on our feet, so you can tell how tired we were. But you know, I didn't also want to be the one that kills the vibe if, you know, my friends wants to go photograph. So I told them if they wanted to still go and photograph, I would just chill around here, either in the Shake Shack or I'll find somewhere else to sit and relax and let them go do their thing, and whenever they are ready we could go. But they decided no, it's okay, we can always come back. And so we decided to drive back to Columbus, and Ezra was the one driving back. You can tell we were all very tired, and so the plan was to switch. You know, it's from Columbus to Nashville is 6 hours, so the plan was to drive 2 hours among each of us. But we were so tired that we decided to stop at a rest area and take an hour nap. So we were going to take an hour nap and then continue the drive. We ended up sleeping for 4 hours. 4 hours sleeping in the car. My neck was killing me, but it was all worth it, because at the end of the day, the photos that we brought home was really great. And as I've been talking, I've been showing you some of the photos, so you've already seen it. I'm really happy with them. One thing too, good news, my website is finally done. I was reconstructing it, redoing it, and I just thought, okay, let me start everything from afresh. So I made a whole new website again, using Adobe Portfolio, and then put my photos, my short films on there. So if you like to check it out, It's gonna be kboateng.com. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. Follow me on my Instagram, Edmund K. Boateng, on Thread, on Twitter, well, on X. It's not Twitter anymore. On X, on Thread, on Instagram, it's all Edmund K. Boateng. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there is more adventure coming, and I'm excited to be going back on the street and taking photos and bringing you guys along with me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, go hit the street, be safe out there, create some beautiful photos and share with us all. And you don't forget, always create to inspire. Man, that felt good. I haven't said that in a very long time. That felt really good. Anyway, bye-bye.